Hello, this is Doug Hull over at Red Chip Poker, and I was perusing the forums this morning and found a question by GL523 that was asking if this is the right time to triple barrel bluff. And so he's playing the micro stakes, 6 players, and the effective stack sizes are $7 at a 2 cent, 4 cent game. He's in the cutoff with 6-4 of diamonds. And this may look a little wide, but even if we look at the Miller ranges from the course, we'll see that while it is at the absolute bottom of his opening range, it is in the open. So that seems fine to me. And then we look and see that he raises and the button calls. So not ideal for us. The pot is now 30 cents and the flop comes out 8-10 queen, the turn an ace of spades, and then the river a 4 of hearts. And our man basically fires, and fires. And he asks, was this the right time to triple barrel bluff? And my intuition is no, because I don't think I would have fired this bet in on the flop in the first place. I look at this and ask myself, what is it about 6-4 of diamonds that makes me want to bet? And I really can't think of anything. But when we are in the cutoff and we've got such a wide and weak range and we're out of position, it can be difficult to figure out which hands are going to become bluffs on the flop or value on the flop. And so I like to turn to GTO solvers like GTO Plus. I'm going to open up one that's already been solved, and we'll go over how I set this up later. But what we're going to see is that there is a bet, and then let's say a call, we hit the ace of spades, and then it goes all the way down, and we have to ask ourselves, when we have fired 51% of the time, then 25, and then 50% on the river, what exactly are we finding to fire with? And if we look over to the right here, we can see that we fire straights. That seems very reasonable. The first and second nuts on this board, we're going to be firing a lot of sets and a lot of 2-pair. Notice that we are not firing any top pair or any pocket pair below the top card, not even middle pair. So what we see is that on a river like this, we're either going to have a strong hand or we're going to be betting really weak hands that missed. Well, 4-6 is certainly a miss, but it wasn't going to be a bet from the beginning, so that doesn't really fit here. So it's interesting to look and see what are the triple barrel bluffs on this board. And what we see is that pocket deuces are quite frequent here, and that the other big hand that we're going to be bluffing with right here is King 9, which was a gut shot at some point, and we fired it and fired it, but now we fire it one more time. And the reason for that is that it blocks the 9 that is necessary for the straight from the flop. And so it makes it harder for the opponent to have that. So that kind of makes sense that a lot of the bluffs here are, or all of them in this case, are centered around having that 9. Okay, so now let's go back to the flop and look at the very specific question, which was, is 6-4 going to be a triple barrel? And as I look here, I do notice that with this weak and wide range, that 6-4 is infrequently going to be a bet. About 21% of the time when you have spades, hearts, or clubs, you will fire. However, when you've got diamonds, you never do. And so this cannot be a triple barrel because it's not even a bet on the flop. And so we might ask ourselves, why aren't we betting the diamonds when we're betting everything else? Well, the clubs, that is a club draw, so that makes some amount of sense. And then the 6-4 in the other suits, it doesn't block the player that we're against having a club draw or a diamond draw. And what we're probably going to find is that after we bet these, what's going to happen on the turn with them. So we give ourselves the ace of spades, and what do we do with those on the turn? And we can see that right here, 6-4, we're only barreling with the clubs. So they drop out quite quickly also. And it's just a matter of there aren't enough good bluffs on this board, and so for whatever reason beyond me, that the solver said we need some balance here and put in the 6-4 for one street, but not for the rest. Okay, so now how can we come up with this ourselves? I'm going to open a new solver, file, new. No need to save what we've done here. And we have to put in ranges for the opponent. I store all of my ranges here in Flop Falcon, and I have Miller's opening ranges on the cutoff, raise first in, and so I can just grab those. Here they are, and I'm going to copy that range to the clipboard, and this is the out of position player, so I can paste that in. And now over here, what are we going to give for the button range? Well, it makes sense to me that we can come back to my saved ranges, and in the button we're going to call a loose raise. We have that, and I am going to copy the ranges to the clipboard. We paste that in here, and you can get these ranges from wherever you store your ranges. Now the board was going to be 8 of diamonds, 10 queen of clubs. So 8 of diamonds, 10 queen of clubs. And now we need to build a tree. We know that the starting pot was at 30 cents. The effective stacks were $7, and I don't know the rake structure, so I'm just going to put it at 0. And we are deep enough that we could probably make a pot size bet or a half pot bet 3 times, and that would be reasonable. We need to do this for the solver because no limit hold'em is very complicated, and if we allow the solver to explore every possible bet size on every street, it would be a daunting task. However, if we set it up and say that our bets are going to be of this nature, if we bet it's going to be 17 on the flop, a raise would be to 55 cents, or there could be a call. After there's a call, and we get this flop, and we can go down the tree of what would happen in all of these cases. And so now the solver knows what it needs to check on, and this tree is very complicated, but it is finite, and so the solver can solve that. We can hit run solver and run that. However, I'm just going to open up the one that's already been solved, and then we just explore here, and we come in, and we might want to know, well, when we do triple barrel, was the villain right to call? If we look here, we can see in the spoiler that the villain had Jack 9 of diamonds, and if we look here, Jack 9 suited in diamonds is 100% call. So, not surprising, it is the second nuts, and the villain just called, and let him triple barrel off into us. So that is telling us that this was a mistake by the hero. If you want to avoid making these kinds of mistakes, you can become a member at Red Chip Poker. We have a huge curriculum that will teach you Hold'em from the very beginning. And if we look here, I am in the post-flop course, the advanced section, and we have 2.5 hours on barreling. And we go down here, we can see that there is 30 minutes on triple barreling, and so this user could go back, review this, and do better at the tables. If that's the kind of thing you'd like to do also, you can find it at Core at Red Chip Poker, and it is $5 a month for all access to this. Thank you.